Called upon to produce an effective light mech for city fighting, Orguss Industries replied with the Urbanmech. Cheap to produce, but potent in its assigned duties, the mech was manufactured in large numbers, many of which have survived into the present era. Now common in city garrisons and defence units, the Urbanmech continues as an effective battle weapon. At 30 tons, the Urbanmech is only slightly heavier than Wasp and Stinger scout mechs, and so its slow speed seemed a distinct liability. It was designed for city combat, however, an environment that severely limits most other mechs. The mech's Duralex heavy armour provides considerable protection, and its low, stocky profile makes it a difficult target. On some models, Orguss Industries followed an unorthodox, armless design. While this further streamlined the machine's profile, it handicapped the Urbanmech in other ways. The mech was obviously unable to defend itself in hand-to-hand combat, and damage that would normally have struck the mech's arms was transferred directly to the torso. Thus, armless Urbanmechs were usually deployed where the likelihood of meeting enemy mechs was small. The Imperator B-Class 10 autocannon is the Urbanmech's primary weapon. With its low heat build-up and reliable design, the weapon suited the Urbanmech's hit-and-run fighting style. The light laser that supports the Imperator is only marginally effective, but is useful in persuading hostile infantry to keep their heads down. Large numbers of Urbanmechs were produced by Orguss Industries from 2675 until the destruction of their assembly lines and could be found in all of the armies of the successor states. However, most military leaders saw the slow little mech as a liability, confining their stockpiles to garrison duty or stripping them of parts. This dismissive attitude toward the Urbanmech saved it from the ravages of the succession wars, and ensured its continued use into the 31st century. The Capellan Confederation remained the largest and only user of Urbanmechs to actually deploy them for frontline duty, a result of the devastation of the Fourth Succession War and their desperation for any mech to replenish losses. The Confederation Reserve Cavalry and the Capellan Defence Forces have had the lion's share of Urbanmechs, followed by the Tikhonov Republican Guard and St. Ives Armoured Cavalry. Outside the Confederation, the Federated Sons Capellan March Militia fielded the largest number of Urbanmechs, thanks to the fact it was mostly composed of captured Capellan equipment. Its prominence within the Confederation meant the Urbanmech was among those mechs within the CCAF to receive upgrades following the recovery of lost tech. The other states followed suit with much less priority over improving other mechs. Despite this, the sheer cost necessary to replace the Urbanmech's engine and increase its top speed means that even the Confederation limited their refit packages to improving the weapons and armour only.